I actually decided to sand the whole side with the machine. This one on the ground there. Because I started doing the other side with by hand very carefully. And then I noticed it doesn't go away that fast, so I realized I can do it with the machine. So I noticed some interesting stuff. It was fast, it was easy. Now I can use a machine, so I went like once and twice over everything carefully. And then I cleaned everything with alcohol. And if you have a look, I thought, oh, this is like this is dark and this is like lighter. Maybe I didn't sand it correctly, but I noticed the pattern. You can see you have this thing here with the two rounds, which is dark and is clearer here, right? Then you have this part with this strange, then you have this lighter part here with these two sides here, and actually it repeats. So this and this is like the back side. So there is a line here, a mirror, and there you have this, and this side is the same, right? So this repeats here. So it's again the dark part, the one with the two circles inside, like this one, which is darker, and then you have again the same as there. So they are mirrored again. Then you have this light part again, like here. So this repeats. So this one is always lighter, and then you have again the two dark one. I mean the three dark one with this little circle mirrored here. Again the light one, the dark one, and it continues until here behind. It's a bit darker here, and then this part also has like patterns. They're slightly different. You can see the four circles there, they repeat here, right? And this part is a bit lighter generally. So I think I did a good job with sanding the whole thing. Also I sanded this one here, which is the underlayer, and I should actually veneer, but I will maybe leave it like this. It's a bit less work and it looks fine too like this, and it's the back of the piano so you don't really see it. I will have to fill these holes, these gaps. You can see the pattern then there again. So I'm quite happy with the look now. You can see there are still colors difference between here and here. This should be like the same. So this is just a bit hand sanding to have it the same color again. And then I will study how to fill the grains, because some places, although it looks nice everywhere. So we'll just sand it with really a higher number of sandpaper, and then I will maybe French polish it. So I'm almost done actually with the whole work. There I need to do a bit more because there is not completely gone, so a bit more hand sanding, not much. This, I don't know, maybe I will try with the machine too. This I have to finish. This is definitely another wood than the palisander, so this has another treatment. This one is done, so I have the 2 feet in front still to do. This I sanded too with the machine, some hand sanding left, and then I will have only this inside and this to do by hand maybe there too. These are not big surfaces, so it's doable. Of course I made a lot of dust everywhere. I will have to clean the other piano. Inside and outside with the vacuum, and anyway I had to vacuum this piano because it was dust anyway. So yeah, that's a quite nice result with minimum work. As I said, I was careful. You can see some lines there too, so these I will sand by hand to have it all the same, but actually I would be happy if it stayed like this already. So the way I'm doing this, I think, is like this. Just find out where the line is. This. just have a look at which one. Yeah, it's good match actually. Definitely here, a bit darker right here. Black line. Should match right lines here. Okay, it needs some adjustment. So this one needs to get earlier. Okay, then I just So that's a big part I just cut out, trying to find matching wood. It's never really matching 100%, so I had to be sure it's straight like this, straight like that, and then I had to cut out this form, make it a bit bigger to have some, to be able to sand it a bit to make it really perfectly fitting, and then I had to take this thing here out just to be able to draw a line here. So I will just glue it, then fix, like put pressure on it, and then wait till it's dry, and then see how I work on it. Because this wood is also breaking very quickly, so it's not that easy. And I need a bigger wood. It's flat enough to have no problem with this. So now, let's hope this really gets. So I'll put this one here. So then I just have to do the same here. There's a little, this one, this is all fine, this part here. And then the back you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 parts left. And maybe this whole thing, but there I'm thinking of leaving it like this and maybe paint it dark. Let's see. Yesterday I met Florian. It's a piano restorer from Germany, Freiburg, and he told me that the felt of the damper was wrong, as well as a specialist of Holland who also told me it's wrong. So this guy, I met this guy in close to Zurich yesterday, and he showed me, gave me this, I mean he sold me this, so that special felt for ERARD. It's sewed in the middle, it looks like this, right? I guess the reason why it's like this is then this side will press first on the strings, and then it's like progressive, and also it's a special density of felt. And then he built this small machine to cut them. So you put it like this and you cut it straight. Of course I have to measure before, kind of small guillotine cutting. So now I have to find out how to put it on the dampers. The thing the Fougère told me is he could not do this because it's a hybrid. So you have this kind of support here who is quite small, and then you have this one who has a longer wood part here, and this one too who actually had a little U shape. there, but apparently this would damp too much and would make the piano sound a bit dead in the bass, and the difference between this and this would be too much. And anyway, this was the wrong felt, and it's not, it doesn't have the thing in the middle, you see it's like a bit loose, and yeah, so I have to redo the whole felt stuff. And what I didn't understand yet, but he will explain me, is this thing is too long for the new felt I have, because it's this size more or less, so maybe I just have to cut here or something like this to have the same as these ones, maybe made a little groove there. I will see how I have to do this. So, but I have to take this stuff off for sure first. In progress here, filling the little gaps. I have to actually, I can do it live, so just do this. Just do this and then made with this. Here you can see it's kind of disappearing. Right, voilà. So I have to do a bit more of this. It's really getting the same. It's really getting flat. I did the same here actually. I hope this one worked. It's getting better, right? And I could color it, but I will just leave this stuff like this. The wood has anyway strange patterns. Sometimes you have these kind of lines, or here spots that are black or something, or like this, you see. And so I'm not sure if from far you really notice this, unless you know. I have to do this one still. And then there was a lot to do here. Let's see how this looks. So there I actually filled one, and then this thing was a bit loose, so I had to glue this one too. Okay, this was easy. So this stuff was loose, so I glued it on some places. There it needs more. Just notice some places I need, and then this was loose here, so this now is sticking for at least. This one is looking okay. Same thing, I have to sand it a bit. So it's at least filled, needs some more glue. Here it needs more glue. This I need to fill. So I really made it more easier. Yeah, I decided of just, this is too small, trying to cut out a more easy form and then cut it out from there again, instead of trying to follow every little dent, which is a bit pointless. Yeah, so I have these places to fill still, maybe with darker wood. I have some darker. This is now fixed, that's a good thing. And I have to glue the little things here. This missing part, that's a quarter of a circle. This one I just have to glue back. So for this I would just go to a woodworker and ask him if he has this quarter stuff, because I didn't find it in a shop. More or less the same color, and then I will have to bend it. And then I have this half circle, that's for the big part there behind that goes on the piano. The whole, it's this all round, and there are big parts missing, so I have to find also a half circle, and a part of it I will have to bend to make the corner. So I got the tool back, so I could screw this, and now I will put the long bar. So the difficulty of today is to get all these pins in the middle of the hole, because if it's not in the middle you cannot put the screw on it. Then these 4 screws here, one, the line there was completely broken, so I could not screw it anymore. It was the watchmaker Martin tried to make it better, seems to go, but I don't know if I'm screwing or if I'm breaking the screw when I'm putting pressure. And this one were a bit damaged too, and it's the same. I don't know if I'm getting stuck because the screw is broken or if I'm at the end, but it looks, the space here is minimum. So, and then the other problem is this other tool here was starting to bend. The pins were starting to bend when I screwed this one, and they would probably very soon break. But I need to fix this before, otherwise I need to send it back. It needs a lot of time again before it's repaired. So what I will try is very slowly screw this stuff in without too much pressure. So at least the extremes are really strong, this and this. This middle one are, I think, down the maximum it can. I'm afraid if I push it now I will just break the tool. Seems what's happening. It's like completely bent now. Okay, now it's broken. So we're done. So yeah, you can see here, it's just bent. It's difficult because it's so tiny. You need to be strong but thin. So this one I got in. This was good, it's very tight. The space here looks fine. There was painting on it before, so it was a little bit close, but this one I think on the limit that I can put. I didn't want to push it. Anyway, I could not push it because that's a new one, so the size is a bit different. It seems to be fine there down too. I think this one is the one that went the best. This one too is just a bit, this one is just a bit shorter than the other one. This is very strongly tightened too. The painting came off. So I think now everything is there. Everything is in the piano. So now I can call my piano technician. So there are the 3 bars. Oh yeah, I forgot these screws. No, I need to put this one. My son supervising my work and trying to injure himself as quickly as possible. There you can see the blue screws are back. It looks really nice. These 3 are in too. This one is really difficult. I will ask someone, or I will do it later when I have more energy. Everything is back to normal. Now we can put the strings. This came back from the watchmaker. He put it in his machine to have it shiny again. And then I just put this so that they're all, so this one was a bit stuck. Now it's rolling again. I mean, you can see it's rolling all direction. This one too, and this one perfect. It's like all rolling. So they're finishing to glue the last little parts of wood we're missing. It's a lot of trying, cutting, and hoping it stays.